Hi all, my name is Alexander. I'm founder of Notion expert in Notion. In this video I would like to introduce the 5 ways how you can make an order in your knowledge in Notion. For those who first time heard about Notion is a tool that helps you to organize all your data. It's a personal life or business, and structure it in a proper ways, and you can work with it every day easily. There are 5 types of blocks that can you use in Notion. First one, it's the basic, it's pages. Inside of pages, store all content in Notion. To create new page, it's very simple. You just click on the left menu and click on the icon with a pencil, so then you create new page. You can also create new page with using blocks. Just press plus, or you can use hotkeys with a slash button, and then you can choose page and new page created. You can come back by clicking to the back button, or you just can use the links on the top of the pages. So yeah, inside of your page you can store another page, and inside of another page you can store another page, so you can nest it a lot of levels. You can drag and drop inside of each other. The tips and tricks that I would like you to recommend: use 2 columns. For example, I passed trainings. I work as director of financial company, and I need to pass some trainings. And here is an example of the trainings that I pass. And you can see that this is pages that are divided into 2 columns. To divide page into columns, you can just go to the main page, click add new block, enter columns, use 2 columns, and here you can see 2 columns. So you can paste here page 1 and paste here page 2, and you could put it here page 1. You can duplicate by using duplicate button, or Command D or Control D on Windows, and you'll see here pages. The second tip for pages, I recommend you to use the same icons in these pages. I recommend to use black and white icon because it's make more clear and understanding in the pages. So how to change icon? Just click here, use icon, enter keywords, clip, paste it here, the same icon, and it's already recent, saved in recent. Yeah. And it's really, also you can add any icon that you have if you want to. For example, goal icon, black and white, and you can see here a goal icon. You can save it as new image and use custom icon, and it will change it. So use icons. I recommend use black and white, and structure data inside of your pages. When you finish something, it's a very easy way to highlight it with a green background. So yeah. Next one is text. Text is, as you can see, is simple to add. In Notion, you can even import documents with text using block import, and you can use even PDF or Word document, and you can use import text to your document. Here's an example of my notes of one training that I passed by AML, anti-money laundering, and here you can see that inside of the page you can see different blocks. One of them is table of content. It's automatically formed by headings, so if you have headings, for example legislation 1.1, and it's automatically updated in the toggle. To add toggle block, you can use table of content, and here you can see table of contents. So I duplicate it. Yeah, table of content, it's a very visual way how to see the whole page in a few seconds. So you don't need to try to understand what it's about. Just look at the table of content and you will see all what you need. And you can jump to any page, to any part of the page, and jump back clicking here. So yeah, table of content, use table of content, use text, highlight text with key data, key numbers you can highlight with markets code. Also, you can highlight it with different background using this block. Yeah, and here is an example, and you can paste here different blocks like callouts with icons where you can highlight some important information. And also you can paste their text, video, even tables. And yeah, so all that helps you to visually understand it better. It's an example of images. So yeah, so use table of content, use headings, toggle headings. So here is, in this example, headings is not toggle. It's important when you want to print this page or export to PDF and then print it. Then it's better to use headings without toggle. But if you want to demonstrate some information to your colleagues, then it's better to use toggle because it's more compact and more clear way. Use emojis. To use emojis, just press double points and, for example, click emoji or smile or any words, for example, mouse. And yeah, you can see emojis here. Use emojis. It make your text more visual and interesting. Or if you want to understand what about the text after the import, you can use Notion AI with new feature that it was represented in the latest update. You can find it here, and you can summarize specific page, and you can see that Notion will read this page very fast, and it provide you the key important information about this page. You can ask them to find actionable items, and it will show you what you need to do according to this text. To understand more cases about Notion AI, I recommend you my book, The Power of Notion AI, which you can buy on Amazon, and to get more cases and how you can use Notion AI with Notion. Yep. So next one, it's tables. Table, it's very simple with structure data, so you can use block table. You can choose how many columns do you have. You can highlight the first column by clicking on it on 3 dots, then header column, or you can use different type of color, not only gray. For example, green. You can add more rows. You can drag and drop these rows. So yeah, table is visual and interesting, fast way how to organize your data. Here's an example of table of driver. Driver, it's important thing that before any project that I start, I formulate driver. It's answers the question why I do something, why I do some project, or why I do some task, and it helps me to understand why I do it, and it helps to get more motivation when you do some long-term projects. Toggle and highlights. So I describe you what is toggles. Toggles is block. It can be small toggles, small letters toggles, and heading toggles. Here's an example of how I use toggle to build a governance risk compliance system. For example, I have some big topic. What is the role of compliance in organization? You have subtopic, how to help organization to be compliant with regulation, and you have subtopics. So it's like chapters in a book, and you can organize it with toggle. Each toggle can be, as I mentioned, so it can be the first heading, it can be second heading, and you can put it inside with hotkeys. Yeah, and you can use Shift Tab to move it back on the first level. Yeah, and organize it as you want. Also, I recommend you to use lines as dividers, and it's look more representative and clean when you divided some toggles between each other. Last way, but not least, is databases. Databases, it's the heart of Notion, so it's very simple to insert database. You just click the slash, and then you can use database. It can be online, full page view, and it helps you to create a lot of information inside of, putting a lot of information inside of database, to structure it, to use filters, to use views, to use sorting, to group it, to do some automations. Yeah, so it's a very powerful tool. And here's a few cases. For example, here's a database of manuals. It's my personal database. I use different services every day. And not to forget about it, I do some database. It's a gallery view where you can store. It's connected with a second database with specific operations, how to do something. For example, how to copy text from screenshot. And this is an example how to use it with screenshots. And yeah, if I forgot something or I get new laptop, I can use this database to get information about some specific tasks. As I mentioned, I propose to use icons to add icons to several pages. You can just to select them all and use edit icon and choose, for example, this one, and it will look more clear. Yes, this is one of the example, and the second example is compliance areas. As I mentioned, I work as director of financial company, and here is an areas of which we need to be compliant with. So this is also a database with gallery and a lot of icons you can see here and a lot of areas. If you click inside of areas, you can see procedures. But the most interesting starts when you're starting to combine all of these elements, because when you're combining, you can do interesting and creative solutions for different areas of your business and your work. So let's go further and we'll see what, when, how template. Next video on this channel, I will separately prepare this what, when, how template. So not to lose this video, subscribe to this channel and click to the bell button, and you will get it next week. So what, when, how. It's a template that helps you to understand structure, to do structure for any data, any knowledge that you learn. It consists with, as you see, it consists with heading toggles and two databases. Database with topics and question and answers. So inside of the first toggle, you can see the first level, high level table. This table explains what's the basics. So for example, to be compliant with regulation, what is it, why we need to be compliant, and inside of this you can see subtopics to understand the laws and regulations, implement policies, and examples. So you can see this is divided into structure. This is high level, this is subtopics. So yeah, visually on 1 second you can understand what it's about. The second, it's what, when, how. It's contained with toggles as well. Inside of this high-level toggles, you can see subtopics. So this high-level toggles is here, from this table. Subtopics is from here, and inside of this toggle, you can see this is database with questions. It's specific questions that connected to this area. So they are filtered with this area, and yeah. And if you want to understand, for example, how to track latest regulatory changes, you can click here and you can see the answer of the question. So this database helps you to remember things while testing you with question and answers. Next video, as I mentioned before, I'll show how to prepare this template and use it for any area of your personal life, education, or business. Yeah, and the last one is GRC fines. So here is an example of database where you can see fines with different areas of regulation. So here's an example of, you can see here toggles. Inside of toggles you can see database. In database, when you click on database, you can see a page where you collected some cases. Yeah, that's it. As I mentioned, try to combine all these elements. It helps you to be more creative, and try not to stop your experiments, and it helps you with everyday practice. It helps you to become better. If you like this video, please tap like and subscribe to my channel to not to get lost with another video.